Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This week I've been behind the wheel of the 2025 Toyota Camry, a self-charging hybrid mid-size family sedan competing against the likes of the Honda Accord, the Hyundai Sonata, and the Kia K5, just to name a few. And this week, while I take you for a walk around, I will provide you with some competitor comparisons, all to make your purchasing experience just a little bit easier. Now do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because now it's time to get into pricing. Real world fuel economy, that's right. I take you through 3 different fuel tests and I speak about passenger comfort. There's a reason why the Camry has been a leading mid-size sedan in North America for over 20 years. It's affordable, reliable, and consumers can trust the Toyota name. I mean, heck, that's exactly why I'm a 2-time previous Camry owner. Now, this 9th generation Toyota Camry Hybrid XLE all-wheel drive model you're looking at is covered in the reservoir blue paint, equipped with 18-inch wheels with all-season tires. Standard LED lights up front improve visibility, but really it's the standard Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 system that's going to elevate not just visibility, but also driver and passenger safety. MSRP pricing for this XLE all-wheel drive model begins at just under $48,000 Canadian or $33,400 US before options, tax, and administration fees. And yes, those prices are higher than competitors for good reason. Regardless of which Toyota Camry you choose to purchase, whether it's the front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive option like I have, all of them are going to come equipped with Toyota's 5th generation hybrid system. So this particular 2025 Toyota Camry XLE all-wheel drive trim has that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with an electronically supported CVT transmission. This has 232 horsepower and looks like this off the line when in sport mode. Sport mode activated. Now, let's go. So here's some fast facts for you. The difference in price in between the front-wheel drive Camry and the all-wheel drive Camry is only $2,000 to $2,400 depending on your market location. When it comes to the horsepower difference, there's only about a 7 horsepower difference in favor of the all-wheel drive Camry. But when it comes to fuel, it's actually pretty close. And my point is I think the better deal is obviously the all-wheel drive Camry. And on that note, while speaking about fuel efficiency in this XLE trim, all-wheel drive, I went out for 3 different test drives. Each of them were 60 minutes. And I started at my home in the suburbs and then drove on the highway, turned around, started over again. And in eco mode, I was able to average 5.3 liters per 100 kilometers. And in normal mode, I was able to average 5.6 liters per 100 kilometers. And that's okay. Like, I wasn't able to average in eco or normal mode what Toyota advertises, but that's still pretty good. And in sport mode, I mean, I had a Spirited Drive and it was pretty terrible at 6.6 liters per 100 kilometers. There is an EV only mode, but essentially you could only take advantage of that mode when you're traveling below 35 kilometers an hour or essentially below 25 miles per hour. So like I previously mentioned, the Toyota Camry is competing against the likes of the Honda Accord, the Hyundai Sonata, and the Kia K5, just to name 3. And easily the Hyundai and the Kia offer the best trunk convenience feature, which essentially is smart trunk, where you just approach the rear of the vehicle and it automatically opens for you as long as you have your key fob in your pocket, purse, or hand. However, us mere mortals with our Toyota Camry, we receive a power to unlock feature. Amazing. Now, when it comes to cargo space, the Toyota Camry offers 428 liters or 15.1 cubic feet of space with the rear seats up. The Honda Accord offers 473 liters or 16.7 cubic feet of space. The Hyundai Sonata offers 453 liters or 16 cubic feet of space, and the Kia K5 offers 442 liters or 15.6 cubic feet of space. So to summarize, the Camry loses in the cargo space battle, but it's close among competitors. Other features include a mesh cargo cover and a trunk floor hook for easy access to your temporary spare tire. Both the XSE and the XLE trim like I have are going to come equipped with a standard panoramic sunroof, which is completely power operated, but you open the screen and you open the window portion by using the buttons up front. Now, sitting back here, you can totally fit 3 people comfortably, but 2 will be so chill and so relaxed. Like you can totally lounge back here. There is so much space. Now, I'm not going to complain about leg or head space because I'm only 5'3", but this front seat passenger is currently set up for my producing partner who's 5'11", and there is so much leg space. Like, I mean, this is super chill. If you're going on a road trip, I would honestly prefer sitting back here than even driving. I mean, I miss the lumbar support up front, but this is super chill. But that aside, what can be improved is storage, because this is a family sedan. So the pockets behind both front seats are large, and that's convenient, but side door storage is terrible. You could only fit 1 cup or 1 bottle holder. There's not even like room for snacks there. And then of course you have your 2 traditional cup or bottle holders that you can put on top of the armrest. There's no climate panel back here. Wasn't expecting it. You have 2 directional vents, and connectivity, you receive 1 USB and 1 USB-C port. Toyota promises more optional and standard technology in 2025, so make sure you're asking your Toyota specialist about your digital key, smart key, and your connected services app, because you gain a remote start feature. One of my favorite features, because it helps you to preheat and cool your cabin in advance. Now, as I'm highlighting some of the features in this XLE trim, keep in mind this is the quilted leather gray interior. So if you like it, make sure you ask about it. Now, these front seats are both power operated, heated, and ventilated. The driver's side offers lumbar support and memory. The steering wheel is also heated, and on the left-hand side, you'll find your Hey Toyota prompts. You'll also find your Bluetooth and some shortcuts for your audio sound system. You could also customize your fully digital driver cluster. This comes with the heads-up display, and I actually deactivate it because all the screens are enough for me. And you deactivate your heads-up display by going through your digital driver cluster. On the right-hand side, you will find your adaptive cruise control settings and some additional shortcuts for your JBL audio sound system, which sounds really, really good. Moving to the infotainment system, this offers the 12.3-inch touchscreen. I mean, it's so ridiculously easy to use. So your shortcuts are just along the side. You'll find your navigation. Remember to ask about your connected services app. Then you have your audio. You have your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are wireless, so make sure you connect them if that's important to you. And then your vehicle icon, but I always start with the gear icon because you also have Wi-Fi hotspotting. So that's a favorite feature if you travel with teens or young kids or even guests who want to work. Then I also customize my vehicle to my preference. While I'm driving, I keep it on the vehicle icon so I can monitor my fuel economy. Because this is the XLE trim, you also receive a mobile charge pad, but keep in mind, this feature is actually standard, and I speak about it during my final impressions. Then additional connectivity includes 1 USB, 2 USB-C ports, and then inside your large center console, you'll find 1 12-volt port. Now, all that aside, let's hit the road so I can tell you about my final driving impressions, including noise, cabin quality, and visibility. 2025 Toyota Camry final impressions. And I'm going to start with what I don't necessarily like. So, not a fan of this color, think it's ugly. Who cares? Looks are subjective. So my second Camry was white on black, and I had black accenting and blacked out tint. So it looked really cool. But again, like, looks are subjective, so who cares? It's your vehicle. Then I really don't like this mobile charge pad, which is standard. And again, if you don't like it, just don't use the charge pad. I don't like it for the same reasons I did not like the mobile charge pad in the Subaru Forester I reviewed, because it's kind of open concept, so it slides around. And when you are having a more spirited drive, it kind of knocks it off centered, and then it stops charging, and then it's just distracting. But whatever, I mean, if you don't like to use your mobile charge pad, just use one of the USB or USB-C ports. Then let's talk about the drive. I mean, it's a Camry. It's not overly exciting, but you feel safe. It's a solid drive, and I really like the turning radius. So the turning radius in this vehicle is actually better than the Mini. that I just reviewed too, which is really interesting. But most importantly, what I like is the safety with the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. This being the XLE model, you receive even more, like the 3D camera, and I love the shortcut feature for the view over here too. It's really, really well done. But I mean, you're gonna receive as standard everything you want. So that frontal collision warning, adaptive cruise control, which is a must for me, the blind spot monitoring, and you have a rear view camera. Again, this being the XLE trim, you receive a little bit more. Then when it comes to visibility, I like the improvement a lot in this XLE trim. You'll also receive this infotainment system in the XSE trim as well, because it's larger, but it's in line with the dash. So your view at the front is not obstructed at all. I really like the view by the A-pillars as well. You can see left and right clearly, also because these side mirrors are smaller and positioned downwards. So that's smart thinking. There's no blind spot out the B pillar over your left hand shoulder, and I really like the visibility by the C pillar. There's no blind spot because that side window is absolutely huge. But noise cabin quality, it can still be a little bit better. Like, I'm surprised that noise cabin quality in the Toyota Sienna minivan I reviewed is better than this. I mean, it gets a slightly better if you shut the large panoramic sunroof, but just a little bit. So, and I mean, like, the noise cabin quality is only not really good when you're having that more spirited drive. So cruising over, 125 kilometers an hour or over 80 or 85 miles an hour. But guys, what I like to do is make your purchasing experience easier for you. So make sure you're looking down in the description below, because I provide you with those side-by-side comparisons. And while you're down there, consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.